Hey, the ice cream maker came. We couldn't thank Jacob, Liber Tees enough. It's so helpful. We're going to be using it tonight, making some ice cream. Jacob's been very supportive to the channel. So have a lot of people. Ria G, Freddie, there's a huge list of people that just have given $1 or $2. It's very helpful. We really appreciate it. It's very nice. My friend Jinian has helped out the channel immensely. Can't thank you all enough. It's great. It really is great having support. I'm really looking forward to making the ice cream. I had a bucket of white paint. Now I don't know what I did with it. I had white paint, and I know that I had watered down somewhat. It's white. I'd blow that off, but I'd rather have it. Well, maybe I'll just. Well, let me do that one darker. I should wait until it is darker. We got white paint around here. I want this hat. Let's throw this outside because it has wasps. It's a great hat. Well, there's the white paint. Oh, there we go. We're gonna shoot some video this afternoon. Should be real nice looking. That's the goal with what we're shooting today. So I wanted to have a real cinematography feel, more like film than video. And that's what we're gonna do. One dog's being a dick. Oh, that's a surprise. This one I started something on, and then I took it off. I'll do that. I'll start something. I'm like, it's not going the way that I want it for whatever reason. It could look just fine. People might say, "Oh, that looks pretty good," but it's not really what I'm looking for. It was more like a portrait. That's not really what the original thought was. I know I would seal this real good as some acrylic, so I'm gonna throw some white acrylic in with this latex just to get this sealed a little bit better, because white acrylic, you know, yes I did. That's probably good. It's cheap white acrylic, but we'll hide the marker I used underneath. And that's a little bit too thick. Get a little bit of water, tea, whatever lying around. Just trying to get the thing. I'm just trying to get the thing I was working on covered. I was using a green magic marker to draw it out, and like I said, it's not really what I was thinking of doing. So now I got some acrylic in here. I'm hoping it covers it totally. I mean, I could have worked on this board with the green coming through. It's still fine if it comes through a little bit. But, you know, because it's all going to be covered in the long run anyway. But just to get the whole painting mapped out, I'd rather have it sort of flat, real white, no confusion of colors, because at a point, I won't care about confusion. Well, I will, but. Yes, the acrylic helps hide it. It really doesn't have to be totally gone. It's fine. No, it's an interesting thing. So somebody had made a comment on social media, I don't know, about me and Destiny hanging out together. And there's been a lot of comments, and I've seen these kind of comments before, like regarding like you know, some kind of sort of case. Oh, it's not about money. It's not about money. You know why? Because I'm poor. I'm an artist. She's an artist, so it would make sense if we're friends. Why wouldn't we be? She's an adult. I'm an adult. We're living in a house together. Big deal. You know, just think whatever you want. It's two adults. Calm down. Age has nothing to do with how people get along. You know, is it two adults? Do they get along? Then, you know, don't worry about it and stop assuming crap. Because that is the most stupidest thing I've ever heard. Trying to infer that like there's no gold in them hills. There's nothing here, you know. I mean, I'm not a rich man. I just make art. You know, I'm an artist. I make art. She makes art. It would make sense that we would, you know, we get along artistically. So why wouldn't we hang out? You know, it's so stupid. Like, life is so short. It is. It's so short. As an artist, it's really important for me to produce a lot of work, right? So, as an artist, if I'm going to produce work with someone, I want to produce work with somebody that's equal to me artistically. You know, it has a similar. If you're working with somebody that's like totally different, that doesn't work. That doesn't work so well. You know, you want to work with somebody that wants to produce art. She wants to produce art. It's ridiculous to even say something like, you know, to infer that some kind of gold digger thing or something. Give me a break. That's the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard. It is. It's absolutely absurd. I'm not a rich man. I'm not a rich man. Thank you, Liber Tees. If it wasn't for people like Liber Tees, this is the point I'm trying to make. People like Liber Tees. My friend Jinian. Ria G. All the small, you know, donations to the channel. It helps out immensely. I'm not a rich dude. You know, I train some dogs. We train some dogs, and we have the YouTube channel, but there's not a lot of money here. So, assuming that, you know, maybe you ought to look at a something that me and my friend made about six years ago, seven. I don't know when it was, but it was this thing called Housebroken, and business had slumped off like a whole lot. It's like I couldn't get a dog training job for the life of me. Now I turn them down. But I couldn't get a job, you know, and it was a really fucking difficult time in my life, and we made this short and shopped it around trying to get a reality show going about that. But I mean, my life has not been easy, and I'm not a rich dude. So to infer that she's here for the money, she knew when she was coming here that there's like, you know, it's not what it's about. To think anything else is just absurd, absurdly wrong. it isn't, it's better to work with somebody than not to work with somebody. That's what I found out, okay? So I like working with people. I always like that. I always like doing, working with galleries, you know? That's working with people, but like on a day-to-day basis, making art by yourself, it can, you know, I do it, and like still, like it's just me up here, Destiny's in the house working on something else. You know, there's time that you have to spend alone. But boy, it's better hanging out with somebody that you get along with and artistically get along with. She's great. She's great. She's how she appears on the live stream. She's a real nice person. She's all right. And her ideas are great. She's very smart. She's one of these people that retains a lot of stuff. Like if and that's great for art too, because she's got like she's seen a lot of movies and remembers scenes and stuff. That's important. Like you watch film and it gives you ideas. Like, you know, you might be watching Scorsese or something, and you're not ripping anybody off because there is no original idea. There is no original thought. Everything's been thought before. So you can, you know, you're watching something and spurs an idea, and then you start working on, you know, your thought that the other art inspired, and that's what art is for. It's to you know, help us think, make us think. That's what art's about. It's about entertainment, and you want art that like makes you think. So somebody like her that has like band knowledge, like it's surprising. It is. It's surprising how much music and pop culture. Man, she can just like, it's nuts. Technology. I don't know half the shit she's talking about with technology. It's true. I try. I try. I pick up stuff just from, you know, listening to her. But I mean, like we get this projector, right? We buy this projector, and I didn't know how, man, she just, like, we plugged it in, and she's like, making it work right away, which that would not have been the case if it was just me. So, I mean, I've worked with other people before. I've done, like, film and shit, with people, I've, you know, galleries, but like actually on a sort of like a day-to-day basis, somebody that wants to paint, somebody that wants to make video, somebody that wants to do photography. See, she's into all the mediums that I'm into too. So there's that plus. So there's advantages to, you know, hang around with somebody that artistically see eye to eye. It's not helpful to hang around with somebody that doesn't see artistically eye to eye. It's just like that's a pain in the ass, and that's not worth your time. It's like pulling teeth. Now, with that said, like, people can have ideas, and I'm all for that, man. If I'm working with, you know, me and Destiny are working on something, and she has an idea, we run with it. Absolutely. I forgot what my point was. Oh, my point is that, like, you might not even see the vision of the other person, right? When they talk about the idea. But if it's sort of makes sense, and it's not completely obtuse, you do it, and usually when you do it, you're going to see sort of the advantage in doing it. Like, even if I was working with a gallery, I remember I was using imagery that was really harsh, and they said, listen, we're not going to censor you. There's no way. We're just saying that some people have problems with this imagery, and that's all. You do whatever you want. What did I do? I changed the imagery so it wasn't you know, so somebody might think it was the same image, but it was less harsh, you know, it was less harsh. So I have no problem with that. I can work with people as long as they're not like working with somebody that would be real resistant and it has to be their way. That's horrible. Like if the gallery would have said, "Hey, you have to change this image. We cannot have this image. There's collectors that will just be offended. We're going to lose collectors. You have to change it." I'd have a hard time working with them. I would. I might change it and then never work with them again. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you have to take people's feelings into consideration. So, I guess what I'm trying to say, when you make art, there is a responsibility. You can't be like totally irresponsible. It can provoke, certainly, but you don't want it, you know, to be like, well, I don't know, too provoking. It's not. That's not necessarily true. It can be very provoking, but there is a responsibility when you're making art. You can't just be like, and like I would have a responsibility to not work with that gallery again. The gallery said, "Hey, look, it's our way or the highway." If they approach me like that, I would never work with them. But I already know who I'm working with at that time, you know, by the time I'm doing a show. If I show in October, man, I know who this person is. I know how she is. She's not going to, you know, she might steer me into a different direction, you know, but she would never say you have to take that imagery down or something like that. But I mean, I'm different now. I'm older, so I would be less apt to do like shock value stuff. It still might be shocking, and I still might sort of have a tendency to do that, but like it's not as near as like, you know, it's what's the term I'm looking for? Like maybe art that is what would the term be? Art that just grabs the eye and is temporal. Like it's just temporary. It's just, you know, I had a tendency to do that when I was younger. Like real shock value stuff. Like clickbait. Be like clickbait. Alright, this will be sealed enough. Well, I'll let this dry. Alright, that's nice and smooth. Man, I'll tell you, that Liber Tees, this Jacob, that's really helped the channel so much. Rhea G, Freddie. God, you're talking about like really generous people. You know, everybody should be as generous as possible, not just this channel. I'm not talking about the channel, I'm just talking about in general. Like I'm poor, but I can be charitable. Everybody should. It'll make you feel good. I give you power by feeling good. So, you know, I can't do what they can do, but, you know, you see that homeless dude? You see the homeless dude? Just give him a buck. Go up and talk to him if you don't even have the money. Don't worry about this like, oh, the money's just going to be squandered. That's a ridiculous approach. If that homeless guy needed to get a 12-pack or a 6-pack or a quart, let him do it. They don't have a house, my God. They don't have a house. Always remember that, the homeless person, you have so much more than the homeless person. I have so much more than, you know, there's people that have it such worse off than me, man. There's always somebody that has it worse off than you, so, you know, you could just talk to them. I'm telling you, I was homeless as a kid, and it's a lonely existence. It is. It fucking sucks. It gets cold and miserable, and you're hungry. Fuck. That's why I joined the military. But I could see how you get homeless, and there's like, you know, like nobody wants mental illness, I'll tell you that. So people get mentally ill and they end up on the streets, or addiction, they end up on the streets. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be homeless. Nobody wants to have mental illness. So, you know, everybody knows somebody that has an addiction problem, right? Everybody knows somebody that maybe has money problems. You know, just try and have some compassion, put yourself in their shoes, and remember it's not fun not having a TV, okay? They're not camping. They don't get to go home. You see that homeless person without his shoes, you should be obligated to give him your shoes, or go get him some shoes. Don't just walk away. Just get him some shoes, would you? That is if you can afford shoes. If you can't afford shoes, don't do it. I have, there was a point in my life around 2008, 8, 9, 10, 11, sort of when I did that thing with my friend Matt, trying to get a reality show. I didn't have any money, man. I had one pair of shoes. I had one pair of shoes. I'd go out, it'd be snowing or whatever. If I had to walk clients or whatever, I had to go take them outside to go to the bathroom and then train them outside, because you can't train the dog inside. Sometimes you are, but most of the time you're training them outside. One pair of shoes that had holes in it. So it'd be snowing and my feet would get wet. It sucked, man. It sucked. And then once I started getting, this is true, once I started doing better, everything started getting better. I started buying these Walmart shoes. And I have like a lot of pairs of these, because I was like, oh my God, I have shoes. And these were $20. So I could get these. And then even if they you know, crapped out on me like this, I'd have an extra pair when the other pair got wet. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had like multiple pairs, so I always had a dry pair of shoes. It's a big deal. You try being homeless without shoes. Go buy that homeless person some socks or something. I understand that's a big deal. I can relate, man. I didn't, you know, you have your feet wet, your socks are wet. You only have, you know, so many pairs of socks or something. Putting on clean socks is an amazing feeling if you've never experienced like not having dry socks. Man, you get some winter time or something, you want to help that homeless person out, go get them shoes and socks. And give them the receipt. If they want to take them back or something, let them take them back. They know what's best for what they need. They do. Come on, man. I understand that they might squander it on drugs and shit, but addiction's a bitch. You're not helping them. But I'm not saying that you should be buying them drugs. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you are not in some kind of codependent relationship. You're not enabling them by just saying, here's the receipt, do whatever you want. Or just saying, hey, you need shoes, here's $50, go get yourself some shoes and something to eat. You're not enabling them, just give them the money and wish them luck. And if they squander it, so be it. Just know that you did the right thing. That's all you can do, man. Just like don't, I don't know. Is this, I don't know why I'm talking about this, because my point with the whole live stream was that Jacob, like the ice cream maker, came, and we're gonna make ice cream later and live stream at the machine. We ended up getting a Cuisinart, and it's sweet. It's such a, because Destiny goes, man, maybe we should get the Cuisinart. They have one, it was just a little bit more. Cuisinart's a name brand. That was the correct choice on, for Destiny. See, I'll just go, oh, there's an ice cream maker, right? Where Destiny gets on the thing. Well, here's one for $20 more. It's Cuisinart. I don't know what I'm doing on the internet. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm a boomer, man. I don't get it. So, I'm just saying that the Cuisinart ice cream maker that Jacob also helped get this is the truth. I don't have it hooked up yet because, well, it's here. It's going to be hooked up soon, but it's a thing that treats the water. We have well water and it's real hard. Jacob bought this thing for it's the channel, and it is actually for the channel because, man, in the long run, it just helps us out so much. We have to buy bottled water because our water tastes like shit. And Destiny's a chick, man. You know, she washes her hair and that stuff. That hard water, man. We have a washing machine, Rhea G, another example of a kind person supporting the channel. We have a washing machine because of Rhea G, and a stove. I don't know, I get confused on, there's so many generous people, but anyway, the point is that if you have hard water and you put the clothes to it, man, they're like crunchy. Like they're crunchy, man. It's weird. Like so, getting that thing to have soft water is gonna be great. I personally could bathe in a creek. It's the truth. But you see Destiny, she can't do that. She's a girl. So she's a very feminine woman. She's not gonna want to bathe in the creek. You know, in creek water. That's what that water is, sort of. That water is sort of like creek water. That water conditioner thing takes out rust, which is a huge problem that we have. It takes out rust. It takes out, what else does it do? It takes out all kinds of stuff. It's really nice. But it does, it helps the channel because it helps us. And Destiny's wardrobe, man. She can't be having, come on, man, let's be real. That is a factor. It is a factor, like, her on video, I mean, it's, she's very beautiful, so, I'm not saying that we're gonna do something coming up where we sort of it's gonna be hard to make her look like, not glamorous, but she's playing a cave woman. So we will be making her sort of look like not glamorous, but she will be looking glamorous. Sort of like, how you can make Daryl Hannah in Clan of the Cave Bear look like sort of like a cave woman, but she still looks like a movie star, like that. You can't make Destiny look bad. I don't know if this is going to come out. Oh, really? I know what this is, huh? Got dogs barking. Just go deal with them and I will. Let's see if this pith helmet can be used. I feel fat. I need to do push-ups. I'm gonna do push-ups. I do feel fat. I've never done them on this thing before. I'm sure it'll be doable. hot up here. It's like 90. What's up? I think I've heard that before about socks and shoes. Makes sense. God, if your feet are wet and cold, it's miserable. My dad, I never wanted him to know when I was cold. We were duck hunting. No way. I'd be freezing, we'd be duck hunting. I'd never let my dad know, and then finally, and Peter, are you cold? Let's go in. You wanna go in? If you want to. Yeah, let's go. Like that. He was all right. My dad was a flawed man, but he was all right. I think I hear Destiny coming. She scared the crap out of me earlier. I opened the door and there she is. Fuck, vampire girl. Terrifying. Maybe I'll shut this down. I just want to say thanks to Jacob for the ice cream maker. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use it tonight. And everything else you've helped with, Jacob. Hey, looking. I can do a push-up. It's not that big of a deal. Oh yeah. We got everything. We just need to go get some half and half or heavy cream. Probably use heavy cream. It's gonna be low sugar. Use a little bit of sugar, that's it. Kane workout plans for sale? No, all you have to do is push-ups, dude. Just do some push-ups or pull-ups. Yeah, you gotta use heavy cream, right? You can make iced milk, but do you really want to? If you're gonna make it good. I've made ice cream with half and half before, that works too. Yeah, go full fat, I agree, Hillsby. Yeah, if you're gonna make something like that, don't skim. I was thinking about frozen custard too. That's a little bit different recipe. That could be totally doable. I can't remember what makes it different. Maybe an egg. I can't remember. I'll have to check. Ice cream's so easy. What is it? Cream, sugar, vanilla? Yeah, eggs. Cream, sugar, vanilla. That's it. Whatever else you want in it. It's pretty much just frozen milk that you just keep it turning so it just can't become super solid. You know? Cream works the best, though, it does. That fat really doesn't freeze, too. I mean, it congeals, you know, it does freeze. And I'll put butter in the freezer, but, and what was it last night? Destiny said, God, it was some kind of flavor of ice cream, I can't remember. Oh, it was this morning, apple butter ice cream. How could it be bad? I think Destiny's right, we're gonna have to get, some ice cream containers. And then if we make an ice cream, we sort of keep the recipe, maybe even do a recipe book. Oh yeah, puff pastry. Really, you make those? You don't just buy like, isn't that phyllo dough? Coffee ice cream is good. Tonight I think we're gonna try licorice. First attempt at licorice. We have everything to make it. Everything. No, it's easy. Yeah, I know. It just sounds like. I mean, I'll make pastry dough, no problem. Dogs are being terrible. I'm gonna have to go give them shit and go deal with them. Later, H5LQ. I'll see you. We'll see you later. I guess I'll go too. We'll be back later. We gotta shoot some stuff and do some stuff and whatever. All right. I'll see you guys. Thanks again. Thanks again, everybody that support, Jacob and Reggie, all the moderators, Hillsby, Toxic, PL, all you guys, everybody. Really appreciate the support. We do. We'll see you later. And Sean Bond, if you're here, thinking about you, dude. He's not here, but maybe I'll be here later. All right, I'll see you guys.